Alright, I'm making this video because apparently we still have some doubters out there. So I'd like to go over everything in this picture again and show you guys exactly why this is 100% fake. This video will be a little bit longer than my other ones. It's because I'm going to do a in-depth analysis and a spectral analysis on it so we can go over anything, and I'm going to try to answer everyone's questions to why they think this is real or why they think it's fake or whatever. I'm just going to lay everything out there for you, alright? Well, first off, I'd like to start with giving a couple shout outs to some YouTubers who had made some other observations about this photograph for me. First, YouTuber Dr. Proxy, he pointed out that where are the leaves on the trees? All right, they're not there because this photo is obviously taken in wintertime, apparently. At least the bottom, even though the top is obviously a rose bush. At least these right here, a section of a tree. There's no leaves on it, so it means it would have to be in wintertime. None of the trees have any leaves. It would have to be in wintertime. But the documentary said that this photo was taken in August, and they linked it to that date because of the one lady's diary. This freak. They linked it to her diary on a cattle drive. All right, so I'd like to thank Dr. Proxy for pointing that out. Another thing, Frankie Glass, who's actually another YouTuber who's done some observations on this for me, he also pointed out that one, they're to look at their shoes. Look at his foot right here. I mean, that is a fuck up right there. That's a digital artifact. That's nothing from the camera or anything like that. And another thing I'd like to point out is if we look at this this entire picture. Now, these old tintypes, they the lenses on them, they cause it to go out of focus on around the edges. So this goes out of focus, this goes out of focus, stuff like that. So that, that's pretty normal. But if we take a look over here at this gentleman right here, he's supposed to be out of focus range, but the only thing that's out of focus is his face. I can literally make out his pockets on the suit that he's wearing. All right, that should be impossible. How is everything else blurry around here? Look at this. This is all blurred and distorted, but he is perfect. Look at that. Okay, it's total photoshopped in. If this was real, then he should be completely blurred and spread out like the rest of the background is, but he's not. All right. And another thing, Frankie Glass had pointed out to me was that he since this is a tire, which is what I say, because it looks like they're on some kind of a tire swing or something like that. Now I'm like, it's a bicycle that they edited out. They cut it and chopped it up, and that's what's left. But then there's still people who are out there saying, I have a guy out there saying he's a professional photographer, and he says that these are her feet. That this is her feet right here. Does that look like her feet? I mean, come on. That is definitely not her feet. That is a tire, all right? From this kid's bike, whatever he's riding, that's what it's from. But Frankie Glass had pointed out that, do you know when rubber bike tires were made? They weren't made until 1891, all right? So we're talking 10, 12 years after this photo was supposedly taken. All right, so yeah, I mean, that's another piece of help right there. I had another comment about what I think is a power pole of some kind. They said, oh, it could be a chimney. It's a chimney. Well, no, it's not. Chimneys, all stovepipe chimneys are solid black. There's a reason for that. That's because stovepipe has to be black. The black metal stovepipe is the only kind that can take that kind of direct heat. A regular chrome or tin or anything can't stand up to that kind of heat and will literally just fall apart. All right, now I'd like to show you how we digitally analyze photography or different pictures or Photoshop pictures, all right? First, one of the things I like to do is add just a little bit of color. And then, so what I've done here is I've added black. Okay, then I've gauged up its softness, its hue, its defringe, and then I inverted it. All right, so it's not negative. I can show you negative real quick. Okay, see See this? That's negative like that. Right. See? Okay, so this is not negative. This is inverting the colors or whatever. But what this does is allow you to see where digital processing comes into play. This black on here, all right, that's not an inverted image or a negative image of it, all right? It's actually showing the digital processing of it. So you can see most of these people have at least some of them digitized out. See, he's almost the whole guy. See that? He has just a little bit, his face is blurred, but he's basically, you know, he's got some stuff added into it. Over here, look, you can see, so this lady, she almost has none. They have very little. He has some on his face to help make his face recognizable. All right, now take a look right here. Take a look at this tree. And see this supposed branch coming off of it, or it looks like another tree trunk to me. This is blended in. This is the computer that blended this in. But I want to show you guys something else, right? We'll come back to this picture in a second. Right here, this is a real tintype from the 1870s, okay? And I'm going to show you guys something. Now, if we do the exact same thing, right? I'm doing the same thing that we did with the Billy the Kid photo, okay? There's one thing I want you to pay attention to. It's the shadows, okay? We're gonna see right the shadow down here, the shadow under his foot. Let me get closer for you, okay? Now, watch. We go back. Can you see that? Look right here. This is where the darkest part of the shadow is, okay? Where it actually becomes dark, where the lumens aren't hitting it. It doesn't change. See that? That's an effect that will happen with any picture when the lumens don't hit something because of the shade. The adding the inverting it doesn't affect it. Okay, that's normal for this. You can see it in here too. Okay. We take a look. Right here, see this is a shadow, okay? It doesn't change. Look at a shadow right here. Okay? It doesn't change. It won't change. So this is another picture. This is a different dude. Okay? So you can see the same guy. It's just all the pictures, they all look like they have everyone posed the same way. Once again, see that? That effect will always happen with legitimate photographs, okay? Now let's go back to Billy the Kid. Okay. Here they are, okay? Here are their shadows. You see Billy's shadow, Tom's shadow. You see their shadows. Now, why did that happen? Because it had to be digitally added in there. Alright, that is why that happens. Again, it changes color. Alright, take a good look at his shadow. Zoomed in here for you. Bring it right here. It changes. Alright, let's take a look at these guys. Ready? Yeah, look at this up here too. See how it changes like that? Now, another thing I'd like to point out is this. See these two girls, these like twins or whatever, their two shirts? Okay, when we run the invert, look at that. I mean, that's you know, like so colored that I believe the white shirts are probably completely fake. But this doesn't make any sense. All right, seeing as she is facing away, just like this person's dress behind her. They're both in the shade. They should be. But this one is brighter than this one. I mean, look. That's not right. That shouldn't happen like that. Hers should be just as dark as this one. Why is it any different? Exactly. But I'd like to draw your attention to this. See these circles? All throughout here. And you can even find them in other, like right here. Here's a little piece. Right, and here's some more back here. Let's see if I can clean this up here. Okay, that is from cloning, alright? They're cloning the same picture. And they're cloning the same colors from a picture. Alright, so you're probably wondering, how do you guys know that when you see this and see that effect on there, that is in fact a digital artifact? Alright, let me show you. Alright, now this picture right here is obviously a Photoshop, correct? The image is added in there. Let's take a look here. We do that. Look at his nose, okay? Just watch this. It doesn't change color, okay? Because it's a shadow. But if we look down here at this guy, look at the digital lines on it. See the marks that they make? That's the effect that happens when you run this kind of software over these photographs, okay? This is because the computer can pick it up. And the fact is that they would have had to have digitized it just to be able to produce the lighting effects for a picture that small. Alright, so you can see all that. Alright, now we're back here with Billy. Let's take a look at him. Let's take a close look. Look at his legs. Look at his. See? This is all digital. All this is all digital. And look, and that's what I like to point out. Look at her hand. Okay? See the color of her hand? Well, that shouldn't be there. Let's take a look when we remove everything. Look at that. That shouldn't happen. Now, although they did add color to certain pictures back then, it was almost always like on the cheeks or something. They'd make like rosy cheeks. They wouldn't just pick one hand. And obviously you can see the hand has been digitally cut out and added in. Now, remember what I said about the shadows? Let me show you again. See? Now pay attention. Look at this shadow from the branch. Okay? Right here. Get down there. Now watch that. Nothing happened. Alright? That's because it's an original part of this photograph. You know, it's actually on there. It's not been digitized in. See? That on the show, they did a layover of these guys. This is Tom O'Flandry's face or whatever. Alright? And then the guy starts raising up the opacity, and he's like, we're at 40, we're at 50. Right? Let me show you guys something. Okay, this is what happens when you do that. I have the exact same pictures that he laid over. Okay, boom. Now he's like, this is at 100. This is 100. This is 100%. That means 100% is the complete other picture. All right. Like right there is like 42%. Right there is 21%. Right there is about 18%. But it just shows you how easily, you know, you can just be manipulated into believing something. Which I still think it probably was this, in fact, this picture right here, only because, let me move them out of the way. Look at the square around here. See the square around it? Right. I believe they actually used this picture. You know, and what they do is they just kind of morph the picture around. All right. So if we wanted to do something like that, it would be kind of like this. Okay. We could mirror it. We can make it go the other way. Let's do that. Okay. Make it go the other way. Bring it back. That's how easy it is to manipulate something. So you can take an existing picture and make it look, completely different, just by stretching stuff out. Now this is the only tintype photograph from the 1870s where it seems like they have like a landscape shot. Now what you might not notice is that there are people in this picture, all right? And they got to be at least the same distance as the Billy the Kid photo. All right, here's the Billy the Kid photo. Okay, okay, can you guys see the people in there? Let's see if I can show you. You might not even believe it, but I could be wrong too. They might not even. Let's see. See him right there? Let's go ahead and try to zoom faces. So this is what it would look like to zoom in on a picture from that time era. You would never get it to be like it is with that fake Billy the Kid photo. All right, this is what happens. Can you make an ID? You can't even tell if they're human. That could be fucking Chewbacca. I mean, look at that. You don't even know who they are. I mean, you can't tell shit. All right, here we have the same photograph, and now I'm going to zoom in and see how well we can zoom in. All right. But you know what? Let's do a side by side. All right, so here we have a side by side. All right, let's try to zoom in and see what the detail looks like. Even the blurry guy we can make out. In fact, if I really want to zoom in, look at that. I can make out the hoop from the croquet set. All right, that's fucking amazing. Okay, let's check this out now. I mean, look at that. It doesn't matter what you do, how much you zoom in, you're not going to be able to make out any kind of features. All right, it's just a fact. There's no way around it. So if we check the inversion on both of them, let's see here. So you just see a side by side real quick. There's that one, and this one. And they're both set at the exact same number. All right. But look at the difference when you invert them. Look at that. Look at this one. I mean, that's tremendous difference. All right, so there you go. But before I go, I'd like to say thank you to Frankie Glass and Dr. Foxy and Paul and all the other guys who helped me point some other great facts out about this. And I'd like to say that basically everybody came and said that I'm wrong, that the photo's real and blah blah blah. Almost all of them have actually changed their mind after watching the video and studying it, and come back and said, you know what, you're right. And I just want to say, I really appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. And there's still a couple of holdouts. I got one holdout who claims to be a fucking professional photographer and Photoshop expert. He's the one holdout. Like, I'm like, apparently you're not. But I'd love to. Apparently he thinks this would be a good photograph to take up a wedding party. All right. This is how you would take a photographer would literally be like, yeah, knowing that 5 people are definitely going to be out of focus. All right. 2 of them are the bride and the groom. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, but no photographer would ever do that. And if they do, they fucking suck. All right. But yeah, I do want to give, shout out to all those guys. Thank you guys for helping me out. And, watch my other videos. Watch this video. It's fake, and everyone should help out and point out that this is fake. Don't let someone buy it. I mean, we're talking $5 million. Someone's gonna lose because they put this bullshit documentary together to give this photograph provenance. All right, that's what they're worried about, is provenance. Where's the location? Where's this? Where's that? Trying to connect it all together. No one took the time to do a photo analysis. I'm the only one who's actually done a photo analysis on it. All right. This is what the truth is. I'm sorry. There's just no way around it. And they're going to lose a lot of money if people, someone says something. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.